What's happening, people? It's your girl Mina. Welcome back to the channel. Still in Malaysia. You know it's international break, but we might have some breakthrough with the Erik ten Hag news. Now, I know how a lot of you guys have, how you guys feel. You have made it known in the comments in the recent video, and thank you lot all for the love, especially for the Malaysian people showing me some love. But Erik ten Hag might stay. That's the real reality of it. Erik ten Hag could stay and is preparing for the game against Brentford after the international break. Now, of course, INEOS meeting in London, I don't think the major reason that they were meeting was because of Erik ten Hag. I think it was a meeting that they probably had in the calendar already, especially we've got Joel Glazer coming in for it. But I think obviously the biggest topic of discussion was that. Now, my biggest concerns, if we were talking about Erik ten Hag and what's happening particularly with Manchester United and the decision that INEOS need to make, is the results. The results are not getting better. And as well as that, obviously, the way that Man United is playing is not really getting any better. I know a lot of you guys speak about it on my live streams, but the way that Erik ten Hag communicates, whether it's with the media after a game or, you know, before a game in a press conference, bringing up trophies when challenged about style of football or negligence when it comes to certain philosophies implemented in the way that Manchester United play. A lot of players for Manchester United have pulled out for international duty due to injury, due to a knock. And you know what? Some of them deserve a good rest, especially Mina. But fun fact, guys, there is no Manchester United player in the England national team international break for the first ever time, I think since 1972, if I'm not wrong, because Mina has withdrawn. Amad Diallo was announced today to withdraw. Alejandro Garnacho, and this is something that's interesting, and it kind of brings up the topic of Erik ten Hag's man management, is Alejandro Garnacho has been playing with a knock the last couple of games. If you lot remember, against Porto, Marcus Rashford getting taken off to bring on Garnacho because apparently he played well against Spurs, but he's been playing with a knock and Erik ten Hag has continued to pick him. I call that negligence, and I know some of you guys might not agree with me, but just the way that the manager is using the younger players and giving them the minutes and playing them through injury. Now, that's a big concern, and I guess desperate times call for desperate measures. It's very evident for me that Erik ten Hag, when he tries something and it works, he will persist with it. Exhibit A, Christian Eriksen. Now, going into the next game or two, Manchester United got Brentford, they got West Ham in the Premier League, they've also got Chelsea, and in between that they've got other cup games. Manchester United need to start putting points on the board. It's as simple as that, whether it's under Erik ten Hag or an interim. I do not think Erik ten Hag will get sacked, if I'm being honest. And a lot of you guys might not agree with me. It's not me saying that I want him to continue as the manager, but I don't think INEOS will pull the plug just yet. And the reason why I don't think it, because if they would have announced it a long time ago. It's now, what, Wednesday? The meeting was on Tuesday. Manchester United drew to Aston Villa on Sunday, drew to Porto, when was it, last week, Thursday. The week before that, lost to Spurs. There's been many times during the last 10 or so days, or even the last 2 weeks, that INEOS could have pulled the plug, but they have not done that. And for me, it's either that they're in limbo, they can't come to a decision, and there's leaks and reports coming out that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is not fond of keeping Erik ten Hag. Thomas Tuchel was his preferred one in the summer if they were to part ways with Erik ten Hag. But for me, it's clear as day right now. Between Sir Jim Ratcliffe, who apparently gets the final say, which is interesting, and the football chiefs that he's put in place, I don't think they're going to pull the plug on Erik ten Hag's project, because at the end of the day, the project that INEOS have started in the summer is an INEOS project. Erik ten Hag is not the face of it. He's just another piece in that puzzle. Let me know what you lot think, and if you lot agree, do you think Erik ten Hag will sit in the dugout against Brentford? How long do you think Erik ten Hag has with his time at Manchester United? And most importantly, if you think Erik ten Hag will get the sack, who do you want to replace him? Because the biggest link that I've seen is Thomas Tuchel. And you guys know, dating a couple of months ago, I'm not a big fan of him. You guys know what it is. Be sure to hit the like button and be sure to subscribe if you're new here.